How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and we're doing a sort of commentary reaction thing. This time, this particular video came across my attention, and or it caught my attention, I should say. Correcting myself, but I guess Charlie Kirk, I've seen him a couple times doing these talks, like Q&As, giving his viewpoints in politics and stuff and whatnot, as well as serious topics. And whether you love him or hate him, there's one clip I wanted to actually look at, and this is from his channel, Charlie Kirk. Black man claims hate crime but refuses to prove it or report it. This is going to be a touchy one. And I'll go into that a little bit further as we progress. This one, I will say, this one has been blowing up on freaking like areas like YouTube and TikTok, or at least to some extent areas like YouTube and TikTok, where this has been kind of posted multiple times with this interaction. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
Okay. Hi Charlie, how are you? Good. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna give a little bit of a backstory on myself. I'm Jaden Clark. I'm a student here. Freshman year, I was hate crime 5 times in one night. Okay, 3 of them by Trump supporters.
What happened to you?
Right off the bat, like, it just kind of set it up. Oh, Trump supporters. So the thing that people have been concerned about, because this person is going to go on this whole thing about being victimized, though with the way they describe what happened, a lot of people, including Charlie Kirk, look at this and start to think that maybe this story that this individual, kind of the story that this person tells, has been fabricated, that they're lying. So, anyway.
Okay, for one of them, I was just walking, and then I see this truck full of 4 white men pass by me.
Okay.
MAGA apparel, everything, you know.
Okay.
Did they say this is MAGA country?
Anyways, they drove past me, and they were like, "F you, bend over."
Okay, so they said the N-word on campus to you.
Well, yes.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so what happened?
I'm gonna say right now that, like, using... I've had my stance. I will say that ultimately, you know, using derogatory terms is wrong. Stuff like that. However, I will say that there has been a double standard in using it, considering the fact that, again, you know, in a lot of media, in music, so on, a word that is supposed to be offensive is continuously used, I want to say, as ironically as a sign of endearment for the particular community that it offends, which again is pretty odd considering it's supposed to be an offensive term.
One of them when you reported them.
I didn't report them.
Oh, really?
Why
okay,
didn't
so maybe
you?
It didn't happen.
Okay,
It just says right now, like, that maybe it didn't happen.
anyways.
I don't believe you. I'm being honest, I don't believe you. I think
Okay.
you're making it up.
Okay. Anyways.
I refuse to believe that somebody on this campus would go around and sheepishly call you the N-word. I refuse to believe that. I think you're lying.
Anyways, next instance, they threatened to rape me and then just drove off.
Hold on. So a bunch of Trump guys who are largely white heterosexual males then also threatened to rape you?
Different people, but yes.
What the hell did he say? Hold on, go back.
Males then also threatened to rape you?
Different group of people, but yes.
If from what it sounded like, he was talking about the same group of people. What the heck?
All in one night.
All in.
Yeah, look at. Okay, I want to go back to. Look at Charlie's face. Like he's looking at like, dude, you're kind of full of shit. Like, no disrespect, but I mean, listening to this story, it sounds like a ton of people, immediately wanted to like, verbally and physically attack you. I'm sorry, like, and I'm not trying to. I know I sound like I'm downplaying what this person possibly went through, but with the way that they're describing it, it doesn't seem real. Like, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And I will say that, trying to fake, victimhood, or like try to play victim, try to get brownie points for, a fake situation of being victimized. It truly takes away from people who've actually been attacked, verbally attacked, physically attacked, and this guy is just, this person, whoever they are, is just, basically they're pulling the same move as of the freaking actor, Josie Smollett, or whatever his name is, whatever their name was.
One night, sir.
I think you're making this up.
Okay, that's fine.
But what evidence do you have for this? Do you have like corroborating witnesses? Do you have cameras? Do you have license plate numbers?
Yeah.
Now we're talking about crimes. Threatening to rape you is an intent of a crime. Did you go to the police? You file a police report?
Let me guess. No. Let me guess. That they're gonna say no.
You hire an attorney? You sue the school?
I should not have an ad. What the hell? That was really weird. That was really, really weird. Okay, so we're gonna backtrack a little bit. That was weird. That was really weird.
You?
Different group of people, but yes.
All in one night?
Yeah.
All in one night, sir.
That makes no sense.
Making this up.
Okay, that's fine.
But what evidence do you have for this? Do you have like corroborating witnesses? Do you have cameras? Do you have license plate numbers?
I mean, he's asking the obvious questions. Like, do you have actual proof of this happening?
Because now we're talking about crimes. Threatening to rape you is an intent of a crime. Did you go to the police? You file a police report? You hire an attorney? You sue the school? Did you go to the civil rights office? Do you file a civil rights complaint? Did you do any of that? Because you should.
Okay.
No, did you? Tell me.
I mean...
No.
I did not, but
Why?
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
But you're coming in front of 2,000 people to say it. Why did you not go to the university and say this happened?
I mean, it's the obvious question. I mean... Granted, I know that with a lot of victims, they feel conflicted to going to somebody about something that happened, but at the same time, nothing gets done or nothing gets fixed, and the individuals that committed the act aren't convicted because we don't tell them, or call the police or notify authorities that something happened.
Okay, because how would I report them?
Anyone. There's hotlines all over this campus.
I mean, dude, that was a dumb question. Like, how do we report? Like, dude, call the cops. You know, notify the school. Let them know that something happened. That was a dumb fucking question.
You guys have nothing but, like, if something happens to you, I think you're making this up. I think you're doing this to try to make a point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any evidence.
I can promise you, God, as my witness, I am not.
Yeah, bullshit.
Anyways.
No, but seriously, why don't you today commit? Let's do this. I'm going to show you the university official, and why don't you go file a Department of Education complaint, and let's find these terrible people that did this to you. Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll think about
and by the way,
Well, you'll think about it. You'll think about it. No. It's either you will do it or you won't. Not like, oh, I'll think about it. No.
we'll be able to look at security camera footage, and we'll see.
Okay, I'll think about that.
But you didn't do that,
Can I try
though.
to...
Notice that he's like, Charlie mentioned, oh, we could look at the footage and we'll see. Like, dude, cameras don't cameras normally don't lie. They will, show you what actually happened.
You'll think about it. Hold on, why wouldn't you want to do that immediately?
Yeah.
Can I talk?
No, but you're making a serious accusation. Please,
And I'm not going to argue with you about my personal experiences. Anyways.
It didn't happen, man.
Okay, that's cool. Anyways, I feel like every time I step foot on this campus, I have a wall of vitriol and hate at my back.
Bullshit. If I could only assume, and I know so makes it ask you and me, but I'm kind of wondering about their. It's not. If I may, look at this for a second. I'm kind of wondering if the reason that this person has vitriol, or like on them, it's probably not the fact that they're black. It's not the fact that they're whatever's going on. I want to assume that it's personality. From considering the fact that if from this story it sounds like they're obviously lying. Like, I'm kind of wondering if this person is somebody who would try to manipulate people. Someone who is not the most straightforward individual. Someone who is, I want to say, personality-wise, not the best. Again, it's not because they are black or, what they represent. It's more likely personality is why people that would have some vitriol on them.
And to the audience, I say to you, these are your fathers, these are your siblings, and these are your neighbors.
What the hell is that?
So y'all need to clock them. And I hate overgeneralizing.
What the hell you mean?
But I'm not going to say all Trump supporters are racist.
No, that's exactly what you're saying. Okay, go on. Go on.
But a good amount. Anyways, my question to you.
Charlie's
is,
like, no. Fuck this.
If you had one message to say to these people with the hate in their hearts, what would you tell them?
I would tell you to stop lying.
What would you tell them?
I mean, just flat out. He just flat out, like, dude, just stop fucking lying. Like, seriously, this takes away from people who are actual victims. Like, no joke.
Not to me.
No, honestly, I think you're Jussie Smollett at this campus. I think you're completely making this whole thing up. I think you are a complete liar, because I am now giving you an opportunity to report this at the high. I will bring this to Linda McMahon, the head of the Department of Education, the federal government.
Oh, there we go.
I will make sure these people are arrested by Kash Patel, the head of the FBI. And you'll say, oh, I'll think about it. Because you're making this up. You're doing this for a political purpose. So will you? No, seriously. Kash Patel will get involved. Yes? It's a hate crime. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
I think he doesn't. I bet you, if anything, the reason they don't want to report it because they know that they lied, and that any evidence that proves otherwise, that proves that they lied. I mean, honestly, that's a waste of government resources, and if anything, he could be charged for that.
No,
they could be charged for that.
Not?
That's really cute, Charlie, but I'm trying to give you the opportunity to alleviate hate within this group of people who have a shared ideology.
But hold on a second. There's no hate. There's just love of America here in this audience. That's all that's here today, okay? That's all that's here. But back to you. I heard your accusation. I'm
Yeah.
now going to go to the University of Tennessee and tweet this and say, hey, this is a serious accusation. I want the governor to get involved, by the way. The governor's getting involved. I'm going to call Marsha Blackburn. I'm now going to call Big Haggerty. I know all these people, and we're going to find out really quickly if you're telling the truth or not, because you just came in front of 2,000 people, and we're going to go bring in the police. We'll bring in the FBI, because what you just said is unacceptable. You said Trump supporters called you the N-word. That is no place in America, and they threatened to rape you. That is no place in America. But you know what else is no place in America? Lying and saying it happened to you. So we'll find out really quick if you're telling the truth or not.
That's cool, but like, can you answer my question though? If you,
my message to everyone in the audience: keep loving America.
but
Yeah.
about loving
No,
your neighbor,
just so you know, this is going to become a very big issue. We're going to put this on social media because nowhere in America should you be allowed to go in front of a microphone with no evidence, no willingness to report, no likelihood to talk to police and say, oh, this happened to be at night, and ruin the reputation of half the country.
Yeah.
And say that they wanted to go me and call me the N-word.
Yeah.
That is gross.
okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You'll be hearing from a lot of institutions, and if you did indeed lie, you will be civilly liable for smearing this university publicly for a very big number. We'll find out if you're telling the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. That's really cute. Make sure you add me, Jaden Clark.
I will. Thank you. Hope you have a good lawyer. Thank you.
Yeah. No, we have a good lawyer. Good Lord. And I think that was, hold on, a little bit more.
And I want you to understand the implications of this. No one has had the stones to stand up to this stuff for years past. And so many innocent people have been drug into this crap, saying that all the white people are coming after me. I don't believe it. It's wrong, and we're putting an end to it. Everybody, thanks so much.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, like I said before, I mean, with, I like, looking at that, I can only guess that that person was there for, you know, to have some kind of grandstanding, to try to make some kind of narrative. And Charlie basically called him out on that, where it's like, you know, dude, if this actually happened, let's go to the actual authorities. Let's talk to, you know, the head of campus. Let's talk to the governor, you know, this and that and that. And then see if you're actually telling the truth. And looking at it, I mean, at face value, it seems fabricated. Like, it really, really does. And like I said before, it takes away time from actual victims. It basically makes a mockery of people who are actually victims of a crime, where it be physical or verbal. So that person that was on the mic, they're a piece of shit. And hopefully, something I kind of want something to actually, you know, a follow up to that, to see if that was actually true of what they said. But we'll see. We will see. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, it's on the description down below. As well as check out our daily content in the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you guys next video.